Hello, Springy back. Got another bass, nothing special, just an acoustic bass to practice on at home because the band's going really well with the new guitarist, and now we've got a guitarist. I've got to keep up, so I need to practice more. It's fine when you're writing your own stuff. When I write my own songs, they're my songs, so they're easy to play. That's how I design them. But when you're doing covers, like we are at the moment, sort of classic rock covers, yeah, I need to practice. So I thought I'd get an acoustic bass. I've had one before, but it was rubbish. Now, I didn't spend a lot of money on the one I had before. But anyway, I've got another one. I'll show you that. Right, well, I got it from Anderton's. When I'm buying cheapish guitars, I don't mind mail ordering them, because even with my expensive guitars, I just strip, as soon as I get them, I strip them down, set them up to my liking. But anyway, if I'm mail ordering on cheaper end stuff, I either tend to use Anderton's or GAK, Guitar Amp and Keyboard in Brighton, because they've both got great service. They're big companies. If you get any problems at all, there's never any issue with returns. Not that I've ever had to return anything to either of them, but they're good companies. Yeah, okay, it's cheap, it's bulk, it comes from a big warehouse. But I have had all good experiences with Anderton's and GAK. So, the other thing is packaging. Brilliant. Big box, loads and loads of packaging. Another box inside, lots of packing inside the inside box. Right, let's get away from that. And it came with all the paperwork and the Allen key for the truss rod. Everything you need was in the packaging, which is good. So here it is. Let's see if I can find some light somewhere in this house. It's a miserable day. So I've just got home from work. Anyway, so it's an Ibanez. It's a mahogany, but it's a veneer. It's not solid mahogany, it's just veneered, which is fine. And it is out of focus. It's a pcbe12mh OPN. So whatever all those letters mean. It's got some black strings on it. They seem to be steel or nickel or something, but they're black in colour for some reason, but that's fine. It's a sort of acoustic guitar, size body. It's got a 32-inch scale neck, so it's shorter than a normal long scale bass and longer than my short scale bass. It's in between. It is a rosewood fingerboard, or yeah, it actually looks like rosewood. It might, I'm not sure how they get away with that, with the CITES stuff. If it's not rosewood, here's something similar. Normal dot inlays, side marker dots. Sorry, it's very dark. Just standard cheapo Chinese tuners, which seem to be alright. Yeah, it's a sort of open pore finish, which no doubt I will oil, like I oil everything. Got a output jack, usual, just a Ibanez own brand little preamp and tuner. Seems to work okay. Out of the box, I'd say playable. Intonation's slightly out, but it's playable. The usual huge nut gap, string, first fret, nut action. is about 30 thou. I like it to be 18 thou or less, but we'll fix that. The action is about 12 thou, which is bang on at the 8th fret. I like to try and get them down to 10 if I can, but we play around with the truss rod, see what happens. So did I say action? What I meant was the relief. The relief is about 12 thou at the 8th fret, 8th and 9th fret. The action is not as massive as I've ever seen before. It's quite big. It's about 2 and 3/4 mil down to 2.25 mil at the 12th fret. I like to get that down to about under 2, 1.5 to 2. I'd like to see it 1.25 to 1.75 or 1.5 mil. Depends. As I set it up, we just creep up on it slowly, and if I can get it that low, it will go that low. If not, because what happens is you get fret buzz if you go too low. But overall, it's playable out of the box. So like everything, no matter how much I spend on anything, I have to do a complete setup, get it working my own way. As some light on the thing. As usual, fretboard's pretty dry, so I'm going to be taking the strings off and oiling that, and just generally giving it a once over. But before I do that, I'll have a little noodle on it. Sorry about the rubbish camera angle. Just check it's in tune. Strings are brand new, so they need stretching. That's near enough. So yeah, seems to, I say out of the box, plays fine. I'll use my fingers, not a pick, because the pick's in my other case. It's a bit buzzy, but you do get that with an acoustic, particularly an acoustic bass. It's not fret buzz, it's just string raspiness, whatever. Can't remember that one either. Something like that. We'll do the easier Gary Newman song instead. Anyway, it's all fine. You can tell I haven't rehearsed anything. Yeah, initial thoughts. She's all right. She's good. It was £195 delivered, so all in, and I think that's fine for this. I'll make it nice and slick and playable in a minute. Not that it's not playable, but I'll spend a couple of hours doing some magic on it and see how she goes. I might give you another look when I've finished. Yes, I do need more practice. intonations a little bit out. That's going to be fun because the saddle, I'm going to have to file the saddle so that the point on the saddle is it's a bit sharp at the moment, which means the string's too short, which means I've got to file it towards the back a bit. The D is spot on, but the E, the A and the G are all sharp. So I shall have some fun with that. I shall be taking the saddle out to sand off the bottom to get the action down as well. Luckily they sent, there's a spare saddle in the kit. For some reason they sent another saddle, so that's handy in case I cock this one up. If I cock them both up, I'll just make a new one out of something, a bit of ebony or bone or something. Yeah, intonation's out. Something buzzing as well. Anyway, overall, pretty good. So I will endeavour to show you and give you a listen to how it ends up. So, see you in a bit. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. You don't want to watch me messing around setting up a guitar for just a couple of hours. It'll take me probably 40-45 minutes of video that it will create. Yeah, I'm just going to do a setup. It's fine. It's literally just for playing at home, so that I can either put the songs that I'm practicing on my phone and just play along to them, or excuse me, or stick a CD. That's one of those shiny round discs that has music imprinted on it somehow. Yeah, I'll stick a CD on the stereo. Stereo, that's the thing that plays music on old-fashioned stuff. So yeah, that's what it's for. So no point in going any more in depth into what it's all about. You don't need to see it when I've set it up, because it will just be like all my other guitars. They're set up the way I like them. So that's it. Otherwise the video is going to be too long. The last video I did of a setup, which was on my Ibanez 6-string electric guitar, was about an hour-long video. It took me about 3 days to make, and then it disappeared. It doesn't exist anymore. It just completely disappeared from YouTube and everywhere. Unfortunately, I don't back up any of my videos because I just do them for a laugh. So that one went. So anyway, as I've said many times before, if you want to see a good setup on any instrument, guitar, bass wise, Dave's World of Fun Stuff. Everything you need to know about setting up any instrument is on there. If you want to know about mandolins and violins and slightly more exotic instruments, I would go for Rosa String Works. And of course you've got Crimson Guitars. Lots and lots of channels. Excuse me again. Even the Guitarologist, he's more about fixing old valve amps, but he's got some stuff on there about guitar. And Woodisos, there's loads of them out there. But Dave's World of Fun Stuff taught me everything that I had to relearn about setting up guitars and basses. Anyway, I've been springy, got fluff on me now. Can't stop fidgeting. Peace and love. See you next time. Ta-da.